Good morning. Thanks for tuning in. You're watching Ask BQ, a show where all your stock market related queries get answered. I'm Smriti Chaudhary, and for the next 30 minutes, you can send your queries on any of the listed stock, and I'll ask my guests to answer them for you. Before we begin, I'd like to remind you that you can send in your questions on the YouTube live chat or on the WhatsApp number that's on your screen. You can also send in your queries through any of our social media channels. Now, let me introduce you to our guest for today. We have with us Mr. Sunny Agarwal, Head Fundamental Equity Research at SBICAP Securities, and Mr. Mehul Kothari, AVP Technical at Anand Rathi. Welcome. It's a pleasure having you both in the show. Now, before we jump into the questions, I'd like to focus on the realty stocks today, especially Prestige Estates that came out with its results yesterday. Now, if you look at the results, pretty phenomenal results from Prestige. Revenue was up about 56% at 2,236 crore, EBITDA up 60% at 592 crores, margin at 26.5% versus 25% in the last year. Net profit up 6 times at 910 crores. Now, realty stocks have been buzzing for quite a while now, but it's important to understand if a pause or correction is likely or this is a long-standing rally. To understand that, let's go to our guests. First, let's talk to you, Sunny. What are you thinking of the realty rally and especially Prestige Estates? How are you viewing it fundamentally for the longer term?
Yeah, good morning and thanks for having me on the show. First of all, a very stellar set of operational data from Prestige Estate. So what we have seen is that both in terms of area sold as well as realization, we have seen a strong bump up. So area sold during the quarter two was up 50% YOY to 6.8 million square feet. And realization has also scaled up by 30% year over year to 10,369 rupees per square feet. So pretty strong set of operational number coming in from Prestige. And what is happening is that the demand environment in the key market of Prestige such as Bangalore and Mumbai continue to remain healthy. Recently, there was a data that during the month of October, during the Navratri period, Mumbai market has seen more than 20% jump in property registration. And Prestige has recently entered the Mumbai market and they are getting advantage of the same. So I think in addition to Prestige, all the other real estate companies, whether it is Godrej Properties, DLF, Kolte Patil, you name real estate company and the sales number are pretty robust. At the same time, the outlook is also optimistic going into the festive season for the month of October, November and December. So I think overall a pretty robust set of number from entire real estate pack. And in terms of stock price, yes, we have seen a commensurate rally also in all the majority of the stock. What I would suggest is that somebody want to deploy a fresh capital in the real estate company, better to follow a gradual buy on deep approach. Stock has rallied significantly. A 5-10% correction can be seen at any point of time, and at that point, one can deploy his capital in the real estate companies.
Before I come to you, Sunny, another question. Do you see a pause in this rally anytime soon, or you think that this is going to extend in the longer term? How are you viewing it?
I think, again, I feel if somebody has got a view of 6 to 12 months, definitely rally is going to extend from here on. But having said that, we may see some time-wise consolidation or some minor price correction. So better to add gradually in the portfolio and enjoy the ride for next 6 to 12 months in the real estate space.
All right, fair. Well, let's come to you. Good morning. How are you viewing the Prestige Estate stock and even any other realty stock that you're looking at and are constructive on?
Good morning, Smriti. Thank you very much for having me here. I have a similar kind of view which Sunny has. See, what has happened is, first of all, let's talk about Prestige. Prestige has been moving since quite some time. Actually, if I look at the chart structure earlier, I guess in the month of March 2023, this counter was trading somewhere near to 400 or in fact below 400, and right now it is 830, 835. So 100% rally already we have seen in this counter, and most of the real estate counters like Lodha is there, Agarwal Realty is there, and many others are there. So they have rallied phenomenally without any meaningful correction. So that is an important key over here. So we feel that yes, the trend is really strong and it will continue to outperform. The entire sector will continue to outperform in the coming 6 to 9 months or maybe 1 year or so. But at the same time, one should stay away for short term, because short term we feel that there are high chances of profit booking in this sector. Specifically, Prestige, if you talk about, there are a lot of divergences, negative divergences in this stock while moving up. Of course, divergences fail when the stock is in strong uptrend. But yes, risk reward is not favorable. I feel one should avoid Prestige for short term and for immediate entry, right? Of course, they can hold the counter with a target price of maybe 950 or 1000. But if you want to go fresh long, then we feel that Godrej Properties is a good candidate to go fresh long, because it has not rallied like everyone else did. At the same time, we are witnessing a fresh breakout, consolidation breakout in this counter, and currently it is quoting somewhere near to 1750, 1770 odd levels. So overall, we feel that this counter is heading towards 2000 odd levels. So this could be a good buy on dip candidate among the real estate players.
All right, fair point. Let's start off with the questions. And the first question is from the pharma sector. It's from Divi Slab. And the question is from Pollock Mandal from Kolkata. They already have about 20 shares and they bought it at an average price of 3,000. They want to know if he should sell or hold the stock. Now, from what I can see from the results yesterday, that they reported kind of a weak quarter, maybe because of the higher base because of COVID. But Sunny, how are you viewing Divi's Labs? Should they continue to hold, or is it a good time to sell the stock?
I think Divi's is one of the well-known, well-established player as far as pharma sector is concerned. And recently, we have seen many other pharma company reporting a decent set of number. At the same time, commentary has also turned positive as far as US market is concerned. Price erosion has reduced significantly, and we are seeing a healthy bump up in growth as far as domestic sales is also concerned. One of the underowned sector, I think a quarter or two, one should not bother about quarter and two and stay remain invested in entire pharma pack from the investment horizon of 3 to 6 months. And anyway, at current juncture for our viewer, I think he's already sitting in 500 rupees profit. So better to hold on to the position for at least next 3 to 6 months and ride the rally in entire pharma space.
All right. Mehul, how are you viewing Divi's Labs? Should they continue to hold the stock, or is it a good time to sell it?
Smriti, of course, technically, if we see Divi's Lab is at a great support. In fact, if I draw a trend line, 20-year-old trend line, it is the stock is trading at that support. One thing I would suggest to the viewer, that if at all he is a trader, then he should follow one stop loss, which is a very crucial support, that is 3,300 on closing basis. So once that is taken out, he can exit, because if that is broken on a closing basis, daily closing basis, then the stock might take a dip towards 2850 or so, and there he could re-entry. First, he could review again the position, and then he can re-entry on confirmation. But yes, currently the counter is at a really great support, and unless and until 3300 is not broken, I feel there are high chances of 4,000 or higher levels in Divi's Lab. So hold with a technical stop loss of 3,300 on closing basis, daily closing basis.
All right, there you have it. Next up, we have a question from Amit Rastogi, and they want to know which stock to buy. It's KEI versus Polycab. Which one to buy for the longer term? Sunny, so this one's for you.
So I would go with the Polycab. Definitely a robust set of results. Company beating its own estimate. The guidance of 20,000 crore top line by FY26, I believe that number will be revised in the next quarter. At the same time, we have recommended the Polycab as an investment idea in our Diwali pick also, with a price target of 5,800 rupees. So amongst KEI, Polycab, obviously, I would like to go with Polycab with a price target of 5,800 rupees over the period of next 6 to 12 months.
All right, let's take a technical check on this as well. Mehul, what's your pick, KEI or Polycab?
See, both the stocks have moved together. If you look at the chart in the past 3 years, Polycab has rallied KEI has rallied almost 4x from the lows of 2020. If you look at Polycab, I feel from the recent years from 2020 low, this counter has rallied almost 7 to 8 times. So in that too, without any major corrective moves, see, whenever counter moves 5x times, 6 times, so then certainly it has to go into consolidation, right? And in order to again continue with their upside. So technically, I feel both the counters are exhausted. There are many other ideas which can be a multi-bagger from here on. If you have a holding capacity of 2 to 3 years, I feel if at all it's a trading bet, then yes, Polycab looks good at this point in time, but with a small stop loss and smaller target. But yes, for investment purpose, I feel there are other opportunities because if you compare Polycab only, if you talk about Polycab in 2020, it was trading near 600, and right now it is more than 5,000. So you can see how much rally it has given or returns it has given in last 3 years. So better to look for other candidates.
All right. Next up, we have a question from Tanvi. And they're talking about Z Entertainment. They've already bought the shares at 225. And they want to know if they should continue accumulating the stock. They want to invest more in the media space. Sunny, any media stocks that you're looking at, especially Z Entertainment, would you suggest accumulating at this point?
One thing we have to keep in mind that for Z Entertainment to rally in terms of stock price, the merger with Sony is one of the crucial event which need to be digested. And recently there were few developments which suggest that now merger is very nearby, and this merger should go through over the period of next 3 months. And since the entry price is favorable for our viewer 225, I think one can stay remain invested in Z Entertainment and wait for the merger to go through. In addition to Z Entertainment, the other company which we like in media sector is PVR. So we have seen a robust numbers coming for a Q2, and at the same time with the healthy content pipeline for upcoming Diwali and the December month, I think Q3 also should be pretty robust in terms of earning growth as far as PVR Inox is concerned. So my another pick from media sector will be PVR Inox.
Okay. What are the Q on the charts, Mehul, for Z Entertainment?
See, on charts also, I feel Z is a hold. One can hold that counter with a revised stop loss. Of course, that stop loss is favorable for the position because it is the stop loss is above the cost price, that is 240. 240 is the revised stop loss. So unless and until this support is not broken, the counter still remains strong. Of course, we don't expect any kind of immediate fireworks in this counter because it has a very strong resistance somewhere near to 280, 290 down the line, because it has attempted 3 to 4 times in order to clear that resistance, but yes, it has failed. So once it crosses 280 to 290 odd levels convincingly, then I feel a fresh round of rally will start in this counter. So hold on with a revised stop loss of 240. Among the media counters, we feel, of course, there's PVR also. We are liking PVR, and as Sunny told, because of a few fundamental reasons and also technicals are supportive for PVR. Apart from that, we feel that from a trading perspective, I guess Network 18 also looks good from here on. So one can look forward to Network 18 also, strictly on trading basis, not investment idea.
All right, fair point. Let's take your Diwali picks now. Pretty popular questions among our viewers, and Diwali is around the corner. Sunny, give us your top Diwali picks.
Yeah, so we have recommended 8 to 10 stocks as far as Diwali picks is concerned. So our just I will name one by one. So our top pick are ICICI Bank, Maruti Suzuki, Polycab, Kalyan Jeweler, Good Luck Steel, APL, Apollo Tube. So yeah, that's just top picks. And for the detailed report, I think that is available on SBI Securities website if somebody want to go through the detailed rationale and want to see the price target of all these stocks.
All right, Mehul, what are your Diwali favorites?
See, there are around 5 to 6 stocks which we recommended, and we recommended it I guess during before the last week of October. So of course, a couple of stocks have moved a bit, like Bank of India was there, Metropolis was there at lower levels. So I wouldn't recommend that right now because already they have run up a bit, but a couple of stocks which I want to share, and that is high conviction idea for Diwali to Diwali. In fact, they can hold these counters for a couple of years for good returns. Those stocks are a latent view. First is latent view. We are liking it. We have covered it many times, and in Diwali also we have covered this counter. It is trading somewhere near to 415. So our initial targets are at least 550 to 600. So this is the counter which we are liking a lot. Maybe a couple of Diwalis, and this can rally maybe one or two x from here on. Another counter which we are liking, that is in the Petro, that is from the metal space. It is currently quoting somewhere near to 145 odd levels. So our overall target Diwali to Diwali for this counter is 205 from here on, and overall support is at 100, which is a bit far from here on. So we would request the viewers, if at all they want to invest in this counter, then they should do some kind of part buying in this counter on every tips from here on. So overall, Hind Copper and latent view, we are much confident about from Diwali perspective.
All right. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much, gentlemen, for taking the time out and for answering so many questions for us. Viewers, we'll be back tomorrow, same time, 11:30 a.m. Until then, stay tuned to BQ Prime.
Good morning, all the viewers of BQ Prime. It's always an honor and pleasure to interact with you on this forum. And today is a very different day. It's not about our businesses. It's not about our margins. It's not about our portfolio growth. Rather, it is the time to start celebrating Diwali, start celebrating the festive season. So wishing all of you all the very best, the best of health, best of prosperity, and best of anything else you dream for, and hopefully with all the best that you get, you come and celebrate in your Taj and other iconic assets of Indian hotels. We look forward to serving you, we look forward to hosting you, and we wish you the very best from all of us, your team at Indian Hotels.